Well, hello and welcome. I'm glad that you're with us as we continue our chronological read through of the Bible. Today's reading is, well, it's largely parallel to the reading of yesterday. We're going to be talking about the same basic time frame. Yesterday's reading focused on Jeroboam's reign. Today's reading focuses a little bit more on Rehoboam's. We hear back and forth about them in both readings, but there's, an emphasis yesterday on the northern kingdom, today more on the kingdom of Judah. Solomon's died. Rehoboam is in line to rule the whole of Israel, but he squanders the opportunity by listening to the advice of his friends rather than the advice of his father's advisors. We talked about that yesterday. This is, of course, according to God's plan because God had determined to divide the kingdom because of Solomon's unfaithfulness. Rehoboam's reign, it goes well in the beginning because Rehoboam initially follows Yahweh. Indeed, the Levites flock back to Jerusalem because Jeroboam's out there setting up his own priesthood in the northern kingdom. And he's doing it from outside of the Levitical line. And of course, they're setting up to worship all of these idols and so on. So really, a lot of the Levites are fleeing back to Jerusalem. But soon enough, Jeroboam begins to stray. God eventually sends Egypt to chastise him. Rehoboam repents, and God relents, at least partially, of the destruction that he had planned. He does allow Judah, or he does cause Judah to serve Egypt, um, but he spares Judah being destroyed by Egypt. Still, Egypt plunders the riches of Solomon. They take just tremendous amounts of the riches that had been accumulated by Solomon. In summary, when we look at Rehoboam's reign at the end, we're told that Rehoboam did evil in the sight of the Lord. That's not really a good start for this new kingdom of Judah. Fortunately, God remains faithful to his promises even when we are not faithful to him. And we will see that as we go along, the faithfulness of God in spite of our own unfaithfulness, just as we saw God's faithfulness to the children of Israel in the wilderness and in their early years in the promised land as well under the judges. Once again, may God be with you, bless you. As always, I pray that you're learning, that you're growing, that our time together is helpful to your understanding. I look forward to gathering with you the next time as we continue our reading.